What's going on, folks? So I'm back at you again with another review. And I'm going to be honest about this movie. Well, first off, let me tell you what this movie is about. Or, kind of like what it's similar to. So, this movie, 47 Hours to Live, is kind of like The Ring, a little bit like Final Destination, a little bit like It Follows, a little bit like E-Demon, dark web, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, it takes place somewhere in Texas, a part of Texas where it seems like they're always about to have a tornado, having a tornado, or a tornado has just passed. So the weather in this town, wherever it is jacked up. It's very jacked up. So it centers around these two girls. One redhead short girl who just moved into town, and the other one is kind of like a tall, blonde-haired, 6 foot outsider who would normally, you know, should be the in crowd of the situation, but we'll soon find out why. So anyway, it starts when you got the blonde-haired girl. She's driving in the rain. Yeah, I guess a tornado is about to hit, and she sees this guy jump out of the car with a cell phone, knocking on car windows and all that stuff. And he ends up getting hit by a truck or something. And she nearly, she's distracted by this. And so she nearly hits this individual standing out in a red raincoat. But someone pulls the person back so she doesn't hit the person. So it flashes to school the next day, and we see the blonde-haired girl running up into this red-haired girl, kind of snatches her, takes her in the bathroom, and starts talking to her. So apparently the red-haired girl was the girl in the raincoat, and so to make a long story short, they become fast friends. They start hanging out at each other's house. One night, they sitting up in the blonde-haired girl. Hey, I know this game we can play. And red-haired girl like, oh, what is this game? Are you promised you wouldn't be too scared to play? Oh, I'll play. I'm not too scared. So anyway, there's this dumb game. 47 hours to live. So anyway, it's either 10 seconds or 30 seconds. You say this chant or whatever, and you pass the phone back and forth. You kind of like set the timer. So whoever it takes the picture when they holding the phone, that person has to curse. So they had to go pass the curse to somebody else. So they do the game, and again, I can't tell if it's 10 seconds or 30 seconds because it changes like all the time. With them saying it's chant. So the first time, the redhead girl gets it. Redhead girl gets it, and first she don't believe it, but then it's like strange power outages, power don't work. But then again, mind you, there's always a storm, a tornado going on, and stuff like that. So the light flashing on and off could have something to do with that. So a couple of so strange things kind of happened. And so she goes to the blonde hair girl. Oh, I'm cursed. I'm cursed. So they play the game again. And this time the blonde hair girl gets it and stuff like that. And then same thing, strange things happen. But something else weird happened. She's at her job, and she seemed to think she sees something coming after her. So again, she goes to the redhead girl, and they switch. So this goes on all through the movie. Uh, Also, also of note, um, the blonde haired girl is an outsider because she seems to be the girl who gets around. You know, she's that kind of girl. And the red haired girl at her other school, she had to leave the other school because kind of like the same thing happened to her, and her reputation was kind of soiled. Um, so at this school, there's these girls who are cheerleaders, and it seems like in this movie, everything the cheerleaders are in, no matter what the scenario is, they're always in their cheerleader uniforms, in the lunchroom in the cheerleader uniforms, in the hallway in the cheerleader uniforms. I think they went to a party, and these girls, to to denote that they're the cheerleaders, I think they even had the cheerleader uniforms on during the party. So every time you see these characters, they're wearing cheerleader uniforms. So, oh, they're the bad guys in the cheerleader uniform. So anyway, so it goes on with them switching back and forth with the curse on the phone. Like I said, sometimes it's 10 seconds, sometimes it's 30 seconds. So you would think if this is some kind of magical curse, right? They would go consult with somebody who knows something about magic, knows something about curses. No, they don't. The best idea they get, oh, let's go to the person who created the website. So they find so to their good luck, the individual that put up the website happens to live in their town. So they go find her, and she's like, hey, I have no idea where this come from. Anybody can upload stuff to this site. So they go find another source, and they see some strange old guy. The old guy kind of scares them off, and as they running away from him, there's these two girls in this dark room looking out the window, and they say, psh, psh, how long have you guys been doing it? How long have you been doing it? They're like, doing what? Doing the game. And they figure out, oh, they talking about 47 hours to live. So they're like, 1 week, and the girls start laughing. So, the other two girls, redhead and blondie, run away. And apparently, these girls have been doing it for like 6 months or something like that. But that'll be like the last we see of them. So anyway, they switch again. And this time the redhead girl gets it again. And she keeps it towards the end of the movie. And again, this movie is supposed to be a horror movie, but there's very few things that are like scary, very few deaths of any kind, and like the people who get killed. It can easily be the bad weather that gets them killed, or them just doing something stupid, like the guy in the beginning. He got killed because he was running around in the middle of the street. He got hit by a bus or a truck or whatever. That's how he got killed. And so, the the redhead girl, she actually believes in the curse, so she's frantic to get somebody to switch with her. The blonde haired girl don't want to do it at first. She decides to do it, so she goes off searching for the redhead. The redhead girl decided to like drive off in the middle of the storm, middle of a tornado. They're in the middle of the tornado hits. They come together for a minute, and hey, we're gonna get through this in the middle of a tornado. So instead of like running for cover, they're out in the middle of this tornado, and she's like, oh, I barely have any time left to pass the curse to somebody. So she tries to give it back to the blonde hair girl. She don't get to do it, and again, mind you, they're in the middle of a tornado. So she ends up getting split in half by almost looked like it was a piece of an airplane or something like that. But see, again, with this movie, you can't really tell if it's this curse or they dying because they're outside in a tornado. So that's one of the worst parts of this movie. You can't really tell if this cursed thing is killing them or not because they're out in a tornado and there seems to be tornadoes happening every moment in this particular city. So, it was very ineffective in what it was trying to do. Wasn't very exciting because not enough people getting killed. Boring, teen, very, very low, unscary so-called horror movie. So if I was grading this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, I would have to give this like a -7, man. It was that bad. I mean, don't waste your time, watching it. Hopefully, the people who did make this movie didn't quit their day job because they're gonna need them. All right, peace.